Hey everybody, it's Kelly and I'm bringing you a Scrappy Tag today. For the month of September, I am involved in the Scraptember video a day group. It's something that is going on this year, and Natalie Bowers, Laura Alberts, and Miranda Weber are all doing a video a day, and then they've invited guest designers to do a video as well. So if you're watching this on September 15th when it's going to go live, my video was all the way back on September 3rd already, and I did buttons for mine. So there's a prompt every day that you can use or not use as you wish to. You don't have to use it. But that's really cool. So if you go to my video from that day then, or any of their channels, you'll be able to catch up with all the videos and all the different designers, because they'll all be linked in everybody's videos each day. So really cool thing. I'm probably not going to be able to do a video a day. I have a crazy work schedule. But I definitely wanted to participate, and I will participate as much as I can. I'm actually videoing this on September 1st, so that's kind of cool. Yay me, I have makeup on and all that on not just a weekend, but a long weekend. So I'm coming to you from my scrapbook room. That's what's all behind me here, so that you can see that. I am really blessed right now that I have part of a basement to scrapbook in, and so a finished basement. It used to be my dad's man cave, so there's deer heads and stuff on the wall, and still kind of a theme. This is a temporary place for me. I'll be moving probably this coming spring, but we'll see. Anyway, so let's talk about the Scrappy Tag. So the first question is, how long have you been scrapbooking and card making? So the answer to that is probably since I was in high school, and I'm 55 years old now, so that's a long time. It's probably about 40 years in all seriousness, but those were more of the glue stick, cut and paste, pull articles out. My very first scrapbook was one I did of a trip to Italy, and I'm calling that my very first scrapbook, sort of in more the style that we're scrapbooking now, because it was my first foray into a scrapbook store. So I grabbed it so you guys can see. This is what my first scrapbook looks like. I'm just going to open it up. Oh yeah, hello, stuff all over the place, and pictures, not really any matting or anything like that, but I did get pictures and stuff, or stickers and that kind of stuff. A couple years later, I went to Italy, and at that point then I was putting more paper and that kind of stuff in, but hey, we all have to start somewhere, right? And then I grabbed one of I made 5 layouts yesterday. This was the second last one I did. The only reason I'm not going to show you the very last one is a really close friend of mine passed away on Thursday, and I did a memorial layout to her, and I haven't done any journaling on it. You'll see the video for it, but it makes me cry looking at it, so I'm not going to show you that one right now. One of my closest friends. We literally 40 years that we've known each other, because we met in high school. So this is my kind of latest video layout that wasn't that. And I'm trying to remember if there's a video. I believe there is a video for this one. My phone was being hinky yesterday, and I didn't get 2 of them taped, but that's this one. So a little foray to a winery when I was visiting in Kansas City. So there you can see the progression of what I did. And I do make cards, but I make cards because I scrapbook, so I figure I have all the supplies. And I'm also a little bit choosy about who gets those, because they are a lot of work, especially if I do the Queen and Company ones where they're all die cut and layered and all that kind of stuff. So, my mom, sister, a couple of friends, definitely get them all the time. So anyway, question 2, why do you scrapbook and or make cards? So I started out just as a kind of fun hobby, memory keeping. I've always been crafty. I cross-stitched, knit, all sorts of other things. And I wanted to document that trip, so that's how I started scrapbooking. And then I did an album of my grandfather's, he was an artist, so he painted and he did woodworking and he made furniture. And I'm trying to think what year that was. I can't even remember how long ago, but probably almost 20 years ago now. I did a scrapbook with taking a picture of everything and then kind of organizing that. And again, I went to the scrapbook store. That for me still remains probably my favorite book because it's all documented. So someday that'll get passed on to another one of my relatives. We'll see how that goes. Right now I still have it. My grandparents had it, and then after they both passed away, it came back to me. So, and now I should tell you, and now I scrapbook to leave, and not just for the fun of it, because I do love scrapbooking, but I have 4 grandkids, 3 grandsons and a granddaughter and a great nephew, and I'm scrapbooking there to leave a legacy for them. So I'm scrapbooking their pictures because I'm really fond of saying that that generation of children will be the most photographed generation in our time, or in, you know, in the world, time now, anyway. You know what I mean. But they will also have the no photos, or the least amount of photos, because they're on everybody's phones, and none of them are printed, or very few of them are printed. So I do albums for my grandkids' family, and also my great nephew. I'm working on his album as well too. Or albums. Where do you share your projects, even those without a video? So I have a Flickr page where I share everything. That is Kelly Oblak. And then I also share to scrapbook.com and a cherry on top. I believe I'm Keddy O. It's Keddyo on both of those. And then I share on message boards within Facebook as well. So Victoria Marie, Nicole Jones, Scrapbook Like a Superhero. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I'm missing. I'll share at Elle Studio if I do an Elle Studio project. I'll share to Paige Evans if I use her things. But, you know, basically those first couple are the places that I share all the time. Scrapbook.com and a cherry on top and Flickr, I put everything on there. And then obviously I also have my own YouTube channel, where I do process videos twice a week, and then pop in here and there with other projects. Next question is, what do you watch and or listen to while you're creating? So I either watch YouTube or Netflix. So YouTube for scrapbook inspiration, or Netflix. I tend to watch Netflix a lot more now, just because with YouTube, if I'm scrapbooking, I'm missing part of that process. Unless I'm watching a real-time one, I do like to watch real-time scrapbooking, because then I feel like I'm scrapbooking with some of my friends. Becky, I don't know if it's Becky Bidding or Becky Biting. I like to watch Nicole Jones. I like to watch my partner in crime, Rachel Reynolds. We do a series called Product Placement on the first of every month. So she real-time scrapbooks occasionally too, so I feel like I'm scrapping with her, even though we live halfway across the country from each other. Well, how do you find time to craft? So I'm single. It's a lot easier for me than most people, but I do have a really busy life, and I work crazy hours a few days a week. So I tend to scrapbook on weekends, and, you know, try to carve out some time on either Saturday or Sunday. A lot of times you'll find me scrapping on Sunday afternoons if I don't have anything else going on. I don't scrapbook at night because of the way my work schedule is, unless it happens to be a weekend. Sometimes I'll do that, but I'm also tired because I've been up for a long time, so I tend to scrapbook during the day. What is your favorite underrated crafty trend? And I thought about this, and I don't know that I would say that I have an underrated crafty trend. I'm not quite sure what that means, other than maybe, you know, if you love, I don't know, some of the crazy icons that they come up with, like llamas and that kind of stuff. But my probably favorite trend, and the thing you see me do pretty much all the time, is layering. That's just part of my style, is I layer papers, layer embellishments, use a lot of pattern paper. Once in a while you'll see me using cardstock, or even white cardstock, but that's, you know, that's what it is. What is your favorite go-to color combination for spring and summer? So I don't know if I have a go-to color combination, but I would definitely say bright things. So bright reds, bright pinks, bright yellows, bright greens. I like, you know, limey greens, that kind of a thing for spring and summer. And I think it depends on what collection I'm using or what papers I'm using. As a matter of fact, I have, now that I think about it, hold on a second, I'm going to grab this. It's right next to me here on my desk. I'm sitting to my desk, and I've got these layouts my grandkid, or these layouts, these photos. This will be a 2-page layout of my grandkids, and they're playing with chalk, and then they've got bubbles. And I was doing a summer layout yesterday, and I saw that the Echo Park summer day or photo play, photo play Summer Daydreams has bubbles on them. So, you know, I'm going to be scrapping with these reds and turquoises and yellows and that kind of stuff, because that's going to be driven by the photos. But so, you know, those kinds of things. And because I scrap kids a lot, I do scrap my own stuff. I think I'm driven by brighter colors and that kind of stuff. So then what is your favorite brand for fall and winter collections? So for fall, I love Simple Stories collections. I do like, I have some old Elle Studio collections that I still love, and I'll do their 6x6 paper pads. I like the clean, bright colors of those. I wonder if I've got one here. Sometimes I've got my 6x6 sitting right on my desk. I don't think I have one of the fall ones here, but oh yes, I do. It's better weather. So I like these kinds of colors, you know, these kind of clear, bright colors. I do have some where they're a little bit more muddied up and more creamy, but I tend to like white background. That's just my kind of thing. So definitely Simple Stories, definitely Elle Studio. And then for winter, my go-to, I do a December daily project every year, or Christmas daily, holiday daily. I usually call mine holiday daily. Sometimes I start at Thanksgiving. Sometimes I start December 1st. I usually go through January 1st. But anyway, for that, Elle Studio, hands down. I love their product. As a matter of fact, I'm waiting right now for their kit to come in, and I'll do an unboxing of that kit when it does come in and the things that I bought. So that's definitely for that. And then within that, then I add 12 by 12 papers from other manufacturers. I often find that is American Crafts, because I like their greens and reds. A lot of times I like pure reds, pure greens, not muddied, and they usually have a collection. So usually I have to add some pieces to that, and like this is my pattern paper right here, guys. Oh man, that's a big confession, isn't it? So I have a Helix unit, or a couple Helix units actually, because I have a 4x4, and then this is my 2x2. It takes up 3.5 sections, and that's not my cardstock, or what I like to call my faux solid. So like stripes and polka dots, that kind of stuff, I have kind of around the corner over, well, it's really, I don't know. Anyway, it's just to my right here that you can't see. And I have that in 12 by 12 trays. So yes, I have a bit of a paper problem. Actually, I just have a scrapbooking problem. So anyway, wow. Yeah, so that's Christmas collections. Winter collections, I tend to love Echo Park's winter collections. I've bought them over the years, definitely over the last couple of years. I think I liked Crate Paper had a snowy one a couple of years ago that was more pinky and aqua-y that I really loved, but I find it harder to scrapbook all the little boys in my life with that. But now that I have a granddaughter, yay, I do, and I certainly used it, but not as much as I probably would have liked to. So now you got Scrappy Confession. These are all my albums, by the way, guys. You can see, and there's another section that you can't totally see here. These ones in the bottom, let's see if I can get my hand to do it right here. Those are ongoing albums for my grandkids' family and also my great-nephew's family. So those are not mine. They get turned over. As a matter of fact, this, let me get it. This cubby right here, there's 4 albums in here, and then this one right here, the next time I see them, which will be next week, I'm handing those off because those are their 2018 albums and they're done. So yay. Anyway. How many projects do you have unfinished in your crafty space? And I'm going to say none, in all seriousness, because I have ongoing albums, and I tend to, like when I'm in 2019, I try to finish up 2018, but I don't force myself to do that so much until I'm really close, because I scrapbook as things inspire me. I store in ring binders, so it doesn't matter when I finish a layout, and I just kind of put them in, I put them in order, and so I end up with lots of spaces and stuff in the binders, but I take those out as things progress, and then before I turn them over to whoever I'm giving them to, or finish them for myself, because, you know, these are, the majority of these are mine. I go back through and just tighten everything up. And yeah, it takes some time, but it works really well with my process. I have to show you this because I had multiple printer and laptop problems over the last 2 months. Just bought a brand new printer. I'm using a Canon TR8500 and a brand new HP laptop that's just a level below the gaming so that I can process videos. Anyway, I hadn't printed in a while, and I printed, and these are my 2019 photos to scrap. Part of the thing is that I have a brand new grandson, so I've had a new grandchild for the last 2 years, in 2018 and 2019, and then my great nephew was born in 2018, so I've had a lot of baby albums and newborn photos to scrap and that kind of stuff. So it's pushing my process out a little bit further than I probably would like to, but hey, it's okay if I'm never caught up. I would hate to be caught up. Actually, earlier this year, about a month ago, I got caught up on all my own photos because I wasn't able to print anything from the big trip I took to Kansas City to visit my great nephew. So I was actually caught up on my own stuff. Now, I don't have my high school photos and college photos and all of that scrapbooked in the time in between, but anything current I was caught up on. So yay me, right? Anyway, then and my December's daily's done. I finished my December daily on like the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd of January, and I'm done. So I don't like that project to sit around because then it will get unfinished. And then the next question is, how do you put your finished layouts in the pile or store them away in their own album? So obviously my finished layouts go in an album. However, right there, can you see this little stack? It's kind of hard to see because of the dark bathroom right behind it. That's a bathroom back there. That is a stack of layouts waiting to go in. I've been really super busy. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I told you that I just lost a close friend. She was very sick, so I was helping out with that. So I haven't had time to put stuff away, but I usually get a pile of maybe 10, 20, kind of depends on what's going on with my process in my life, and then they go into the albums. I don't like them sitting around because I think that's a good way to get them destroyed and that kind of stuff. So my goal is to put those away before the end of the Labor Day weekend, so I should be able to do that. I was going to do it yesterday, and I started scrapping instead, and it doesn't take me that long because I'm just storing in ring binders. Not that big of a deal. How long does a layout take you? So this is interesting. A layout used to take me at least an hour, but once I started doing YouTube, my process has gotten really fast. And lately, including choosing all products, a lot of times my layouts are taking me between 25 and 40 minutes. I would say average lately is about 30. And just so you know, if you're watching the video on my channel, the title sequence always includes how long that took me. And that includes not just the scrapping time that you're watching, but also the time before where I pulled out embellishments and paper and that kind of stuff. And I was thinking about doing a surprise real-time video this weekend, but or a live video, but my problem is, so that you could scrapbook me, is that I'm having some internet issues that aren't going to be resolved until later this week. And so I might, and I don't know that I want to video anything real time right now, just because I don't know about uploading and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I intend to do that at some point. And you do see I do a December daily process every day, and I'm intending to do that again this year. I always tell you, give me some what do I want to say, grace though, because it's a big deal to get the process done and then get it uploaded. It is a long time to upload, you guys, and edit and upload. Not the editing process so much, but definitely the uploading process. So I intend to do it again this year. I've done it for probably 3 or 4 years, I think, since I started my channel. Anyway, you didn't ask all that, did you? Nor did Miranda, but you're getting it anyway. So that's how long my layouts take me. How did you make it on a design team, or why did you pick the design teams you're on? So I have been on 3 design teams. The first one was that I did was the Victoria Marie Facebook group, and I just applied, and I had been posting to her website for quite a while. I was one of her original members of her Facebook group. She started like posting stuff on Nicole Jones and then did her own thing. So when she just did a design team call, I just asked if I could be on it, and she said yes. So the cool part is I think a lot of us feel like Victoria Marie is our friend, but we've never met her in person. I think that happens when you listen to all of us scrapbook. I'm going to be doing a retreat in August of 2020 in Ohio with her, and I am going to get to meet her in person, and I'm so excited about that because we call each other friend in all seriousness when we, go back and forth about things, and we're Facebook friends with each other and that kind of stuff. And she's sweeter than pie and really fun. So a friend and I are going to go to the retreat, and I'm so super excited. I'm also super excited to go to the retreat space because it looks really awesome. So that's that first one. The second one, I was a designer for the Crafty Maven Getaway channel. And again, the same thing. I kind of knew Hannah from the scrapbooking community. Hannah Lemieux, I think it's Lemieux is how you say her last name, is the one who founded that channel. And we kind of knew each other, knew each other's work. And I just, when she did a design team call, I just said, hey, can I be on the design team? And she said yes, which is very exciting. And then the third one is one that I was really super excited to be on, and that was the Cheeky Studio design team that Tuesday Hubbard started a scrapbooking company called Cheeky Studio, and there is a website for it, and she does sell products on it. She's had some stuff go on in her life lately, though, that she's really busy, and she's not creating anything new right now. I think she also wanted to take a little bit of a step back because I think it's a lot harder to produce product than I think we all take for granted as users of the product. I think if you're not working for a big company like American Crafts, it's not an easy process, but she produces amazing product, and I was so happy and so grateful to be on her design team. I think I was on the design team for about a year. And I do it again in a heartbeat. As a matter of fact, I was just thinking about that because I still have Cheeky Studio product left that I want to dig into it. I have it in an iris box with a tray, and I want to dig back into there because I used it a lot. So now I've taken a little bit of a break from it, and I'm kind of ready to get back into it. And I think it'll be fun to use that. Plus, she has, I didn't even tell you about the fall collection. She has a fall collection called Autumn Beauty. And it's at, I believe the website, if I remember correctly, is cheekystudio.com. If you can get a hold of that, get it. The papers are amazing. It's probably my favorite fall collection ever produced. I can't believe I forgot about that when I was talking about fall. So if you can go get it, go get it. And there's lots of pieces to it. Her papers and designs are amazing. I've used them over and over and over, and will continue to use them. So it'll be really cool for me when fall starts up again, because I did buy, I think I've been through 2 packs of the papers and a bunch of the embellishments, but I have another pack that I bought late last year that I'm just waiting to use. So, all right. And then it said, why would you want to be on a design team, or why did you want to be on a design team? For me, YouTube and design teams are all about giving back to the community. So it's a great supportive community, and I just think it's really cool that I can give back in this particular way. That's what my channel is all about. Yes, my channel is monetized, but you guys, honestly, it's such the amount of money that most of us get back if our channels are monetized, and I only do skippable ads, but a fraction of what I spend on scrapbook supplies and what most of us would spend doing YouTube videos. So it's not like we're getting paid a lot to do YouTube videos or to be on design teams. And when I was on the Cheeky Studio design team, yes, I got product, and it was amazing, and that was a really fun part of it. But a big thing for me is I really like Tuesday, and I really like her work, and I was excited to be able to publicize what she was doing from a designer level, just because it was great product. So, that's why I'm not on any design teams currently. I had a lot on my plate with my sick friend and other stuff going on in my life. So I decided to just take a step back for a little bit and figure that out later. I'm sure I'll apply to something again someday, but I don't know when that's going to be. I'm going to have kind of a busy, if I'm thinking about moving, I have to move with this room, guys, because here's my Cricut here. I bought a Cricut at Black Friday last year, and I'm still learning about Cricut, and it has this great cart it sits on, and then there's my Raskog cart, and that's really more mixed media supplies that I put on that. But I have to move all this stuff, you guys. I don't know if you've ever moved scrapbook supplies, but I've probably moved mine about 4 or 5 times, and I have more now than I ever have at any other time in my life. It's a crazy process. That, trying to continue to do YouTube videos while you're moving, but I usually, when I know that's going to happen, I'm usually about 6 weeks out with my videos anyway, honestly, because if anything happens, I don't want to have like a time where I have to stop them. I think that disappoints people. Anyway, so boy, there were 13 questions, and you got probably at least 26 questions worth of answers there. So don't forget to check out the Scraptember video a day series. If you've not seen it, definitely check out Natalie and Laura and Miranda's channels as well, because they're awesome. I subscribe to all 3 of them and watch them personally. And then I already know who some of the designers are, so the guest designers. So, well, actually, I know who all the guest designers are because we've got a private board. And there are a lot of people that I personally follow as well. So, hey, you guys, it was great chatting with you. And, the whole confession about the paper problem I have. And actually, if you want to see my scrapbook room, on this channel, I have a playlist for that. So just grab it out. There's 2 videos to show you that. And I really kind of probably need to update it a little bit because like my Cricut and my Raskog isn't on that. But someday when I'm hanging out this winter, I'll probably do that for you before I move and have to do another one. So guys, hope you guys are all well. I'll be back with another video again soon. Bye!